first and foremost, thank you, respect for taking the time of coming through. I'd mentioned to somebody that I was gonna do this with you, right?
Yeah.
And they were like, so is he gonna sit with his hand over his face all the time?
Now it's crazy 'cause I don't really do interviews like that still, and I, like, cause I don't really like to talk that much. Is me. I like, yeah, I'm more like just doing than like telling people what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, but I tried to change it because what I realized that over the years is that like I do a lot, but a lot of people don't know that it's me doing it or what I do. They're like, yo, we know about you, but what you do? You DJ? They don't understand. So yo, I do enough shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Over the years, but yeah, so it's a good thing.
Because I mean, I've had the opportunity to be DJing alongside you for a few years now, a couple of years now. I mean, we're sitting here in Koyo Taco, the home of rum and bass, which you've helped to make a legendary Tuesday night vibe.
Yeah.
You know, but the one thing I noticed when I started to play with you was like, you know, he never gets on the mic. You know,
I don't think I would ever.
No?
So I don't know. I don't feel like, I feel like it's cool, like it just being silent Addy. I feel like that I want to build a brand where it's like, you know, like the way how I got that name is because I did not want to talk and I didn't want to make it awkward. Whereas like I feel like when people see me and I don't say nothing, them just know say it's just, yo, it's silent Addy that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I kind of put the silence on my name, because I feel like sometimes I just don't want to talk. You know?
But so was that like your initial like thought process, like when you started DJing? Was that your first name? Your how you?
I got that name over like time. I actually got that name. I used to manage artist name Ching.
Ching.
Yeah, I used to manage him like years ago, and we're doing a Europe tour, and like the promoters was like, back then like Ching wasn't like popping like how he is now. So it's like I was basically booking the shows off of my name. So them was like, yo, we need you to promote, like be in the promo videos and big up and say that you come into the shows and shit. And I was like, well, I don't want to talk because I feel like I you know when you hear your voice on like on a recording and you're like, damn, I don't like how I sound. That's me every time. Like I cringe. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? That's what's gonna happen when I say this. I'm gonna be like, yo, what the hell? No, but it was one of those things where it's like obviously Ching is just like him is outgoing. You put him in front of the camera, I'm just going to shell it, you know. So I was like, all right, well, if you want me in the video, I'm gonna just do this thing. We're gonna do short films to promote the Europe tour, and it's call it Ching and Silent Addy. You know what I'm saying? And I based it off of Jay and Silent Bob, kind of. Yeah, that was kind of the thing. And I was in the videos and I just was not talking, and Ching would just do.
I saw a video, a black and white video from like 2011, I think it was. And he was like, yeah, and then Silent Addy, and then the camera panned to you, and you were just like,
yeah.
like
it's like little skits that I wrote, like that. Like those are just wrote little skits like that, just because it was fun. Like I like doing stuff like that, but I like just doing anything and just creating content. You know what I'm saying? So that's just was one of those things. Yeah.
It's interesting because, like, you know me, I rap, right? So I'm rapping before I started DJing.
Yeah.
But when I first started spinning, I would never get on the mic.
Yeah.
And the guys I was DJing with, this is classic Sundays, love hate, 10 years ago, they would be like, yo, you're a rapper, why aren't you on the mic? Because outside of the zone of recording music, I was scared to hear my voice in a loud setting.
True.
And then, maybe 3-4 years passed, and then I kind of got comfortable with being on the mic in a party now.
Maybe one day still. I feel like if I did MC, I would be like the craziest. I think my shit would be next level. Like, I think that's the only thing, if I could have just chat to people on the microphone, but that's something where I just have to get used to.
And see, even saying that, that's so dope that you can even recognize that in yourself, because it's like, that would fuck everybody head up if you just did that one day.
It would be new level unlock. Like, everybody would have, the road would have just mush up if I just started MCing during my set.
You should just do that shit one time just to see what happens, like.
Yeah, but that is just that fear. But fear isn't anything still, so. And maybe one day. It's like, I feel like when I reach that certain level, maybe I'll just like mash up everybody, like, when I'm playing on Coachella one day. You just hear me just chop some words on the microphone. But
how important as a DJ do you think the MCing component is? Whether it's, because obviously it's different in dancehall than it is in like a hip hop party, or I mean, it doesn't even exist in house part in EDM and stuff like that. But to you, in your opinion, how important is the MCing element or chatting element in a party setting?
Yo, I think it is very important. Actually, like I feel like there's nights when I play here at Koyo on Tuesday and Walgie's not here, and I'm playing and there's no MC, and the vibe's nice, it's chill, but it's always a different energy when me and Walshy working. You know what I'm saying? Like, it turn up. But there's some people who don't like it. There's like, there's girls who be like, yo, it's too much talking. You know what I'm saying? Like, even my manager, like my manager's like white as fuck. So it's like when him come to my parties, he's like, man, I love it, man. The vibes is there, but man, the MC just talk too much. You know, like people just not used to it. But MC is a crucial part of dancehall culture. You know what I'm saying? Right. So if you don't really understand it, you're not going to really know. But Walshy, I think he crushes it in the EDM thing because no one has MCs, and he's like the best MC ever. Like, I give him that 100%. You see me? So like when Major Lazer without Walshy, it wouldn't be the same. You know what I'm saying? So just different things like that.
It's when I spoke with him, you know, a little while back, because he and we went to college together, went to FAMU together. That's where I met him. And I remember going to this little Friday night party he would do called Mount Zion.
Yeah.
It's, you know, little Trini restaurant.
I think I went there a long time ago.
Yeah? You been to Tallahassee?
Yeah. Disco Neil used to go up there too.
That's what he told me. I'm like, and then so I saw Disco Neil here, and I'm like, you used to be in Mount Zion? He's like, every Friday. I'm like, oh shit. So we probably crossed paths. Yeah. We probably crossed paths. But just to see him go from that to where he is now, it's like it's such a journey. But how did, like, your journey began where? Because you were born in Kingston, right?
No, I actually was born here. So I was born in Miami, and I moved. My mom had me here, and then we moved to Jamaica.
Okay.
She had me here so I could get my passport, and shit, which is like the best. I tell her all the time, like, that's the best thing she could have done for me, because yo, I love being Jamaican 100%. I have my Jamaican passport too. Like, I'm a dual citizenship, but like, if I only had a Jamaican passport, yo, would have stuck. Like, you can't go nowhere. Like, yo, just having an American passport is a blessing. You know what I'm saying? Like, being able to travel is a big blessing. So, she did that. So I moved to Jamaica. I was there till about the 5th grade. Then I came up here. Okay. And then, but the thing about it, the reason why I'm so connected to Jamaica still is because my dad lives there. Okay. And I was just here for school pretty much, because I go school here and then go to Jamaica for Christmas and summer. I spent all my summers and Christmas down there. So yeah, it was like I never left. You know what I'm saying? I was just here for school.
Did you went to Southridge?
I went to Southridge, high school, and I went to Richmond Heights Middle. I went to like two garrison schools. Like, yo, it's crazy. I was asking people the reason. I'm like, yo, are these schools still? Okay, when I went to Richmond Heights, yo, it was bad. Like, it wasn't hood. You know what I'm saying? Right. And Southridge too. Right. But I feel like them experiences that kind of build me in a certain way to, like, it was nice. Like, yeah, I have no complaints about my schooling in America. It's just I learned a lot. Like, shit, what I used to see on TV, I used to see that shit in school. Like, what the fuck, like bullies and like people getting like crazy as shit. I said, yo.
Especially back like in the 90s. I mean, I went to Killian, so I'm class of 98. So I remember Southridge was always like our rival. Yeah. You know, we didn't really care about Palmetto and Braddock, and so it was like Killian and Southridge. We were the ones that, because a lot of my friends, they were from Richmond Heights, or they're from Colonial, and they're from, you know, 160th and all of that. So I spent all my weekends and, you know, hanging with them, doing shit I shouldn't have been doing, you know, back then. So I know that time period in that area well.
Like, the Southwest crew is like, it's like, if you come from Southwest, like, and you're in the Caribbean shit, everybody connected somehow. Like,
do you remember something called Ram Jam?
Yeah, it used to be in the warehouses. I caught the last part of that, because like, I was like, when I moved up here and I was going to school, I was always the youngest. I graduated the youngest in my class and shit like that, because remember in school in Jamaica, you start school earlier. So when I moved up here, my mom was like, yo, she don't want to put me back in grade. So so they just kept me in the grade while I was flowing the same timeline as Jamaica. Yeah, so that was cool too. So when Ram Jam and all them things that was going on, like, I used to beg her, like, yo, please let me go. And my mom used to just tell me all the time, which is like one of the greatest things to go. When I look back at it now, I'm like, yo, it's true, because she's like, yo, the parties are going to always be there. Like, you're not going short of parties later and look like I party every fucking day, like, still, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm tired of party now, like, I'm done with that shit, yo.
I think I had some friends in high school who actually played at Ram Jam. They were called Vengeance Sound. One name was Jamawi, another one was Tony.
Yo, I know these people, you know. I know them, but I can't. Yeah, I know Vengeance Sound. Yeah.
One Jamaican, one Haitian. Yeah, Jamawi, he was Jamaican. Yeah. They were like my best friends in high school, and then they kind of just went their separate ways and got into different things, and but is that like around the time when you wanted to DJ? Like, how did you even get into the craft?
Just being in Jamaica, like Black Chinese. Like, I remember my cousin gave me a Black Chinese CD when I was younger, and it was like fully loaded live audio. And I used to rinse that. I used to play that shit all the time. I thought Black China was one person. I never know, like back then, I never know it was a crew. Like, I never know it was Bobby Chin and Super Dupes. And I just thought it was the craziest shit I ever hear. Even to this day, like, nobody can match what Black China did years ago. Super Dupes and Bobby Chin, them man is like legend. 100%. That's a general them.
This is even before Willie.
This is before Willie. Before Willie, yeah. So I got that mix, and then when I was in Jamaica, my dad used to bring me around Renaissance a lot. So Jazzy T was kind of like a mentor. Jazzy T was kind of actually the first person who would actually teach me how to DJ in a way. Like, my pops dropped me off to Jazzy T house one day and was like, yo, Jazzy, teach him how to DJ and pick him up later.
Right.
And Jazzy T got me my first dub plate. No, actually, my dad got me my first dub plate, Bounty Killer. I remember, it was.
You had a Bounty Killer dub plate
for my when I was like 16. Shit. It was mad. Back then I was DJ Complex, so I can't use it anymore. That was my first DJ in it, but that's how I started. Like, my dad, like in middle school, my dad bought me turntables. It was like towards the end of the record era. Yeah, you see me? So like, I had like records, but the funniest thing, like, when I got my turntables in middle school, I wasn't doing good in school. So my mom took that shit from me. She was like, yo, you can't. So I never got to use my turntables ever. Like, brand new in the box, like pack up, and all I could do is just look at them like, fuck. But how I learned how to DJ is virtual DJ. Okay. That's why I downloaded that shit and just taught myself. Like, no one like told me like, yo, what BPMs are, or like how to blend or nothing. I just literally just sat down every single day in my room and just did that. You know what I'm saying? So I never had equipment. Like, I tell people all the time, you don't really need DJ equipment for learning how to DJ. Like, DJing to me, like, unless you want to be a scratch DJ and technical, that's what you need practice for. But like, for me, where I get my practice is places like Koyo on a Tuesday and just being out. Like, cause if you can't rock a crowd, this not gonna do nothing for you. You see me? Like, you have to know what people want and be able to read a crowd and shit like that. So that's how my practice.
It's funny you say, because I went through the same type of thing, right? Yeah. I started DJing in 2008. And I've never owned DJ equipment up until a year ago. So I would learn on the fly, no pun intended, in love-hate. Every Sunday they would let me play the last half hour in the night, 4:30 a.m. till 5. And that's why, like, my first year spinning, I was terrible. I couldn't mix, I couldn't blend, none of that shit. I just knew the music, right? But it's like, you can't replace learning in front of an audience with practicing in a room by yourself. Like you said, you learn how to read a room and read people's energy and know when to change a record and let something play longer. No, you have to learn that shit in the moment.
Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. You're never going to know until you actually go out and test a song. Cause like, this is why I love Koyo a lot too, cause the sound system in there just like, So when I hear a song, when I hear a new song, I get excited. Cause I'm like, I get to play this shit on the best sound system. And that's how I test records. Like, I bust records in there before. Like, there's enough tunes that I played in here before anybody like will know that for a fact. Like, well, I mean, I'm not going everywhere, but still, like, there's records to this day, but know set them bust in there. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's just like, that's the best thing, is just being able to play out on a regular, get it better.
You find yourself having any bad nights, like, I mean, even from back then or presently?
I don't feel like there's any real bad nights. I feel like there's nights where the energy and the vibes might be off, but there's anything like for instance, like last night I did a party at Racket, and me and Reed, and all the homies were there. The shit was like people was there and the vibe was there, but not really. Like, it was like kind of missing. When I kind of everything, I'm like, people are shook about this hurricane, because usually the room downstairs are ram, upstairs will have like the people too, but like our room lasted longer than the main room, which that never happened. You know what I'm saying? And then, so shit like that, anything happened. Like, that's what I'm saying. So You know what I'm saying? Like, it's probably because of the hurricane threw off the vibes and shit. So that's what I'm saying, like, things like that. So like, if there's a bad night, I appreciate like that. There's never really like, oh man, I flopped or something.
You never had a flop night?
I feel like I have, you hear what? Everything I take it as like a learning experience. It's like, I feel like I have my DJ sets down to a part where, even now too, if a person reach out to me for a booking where I know they don't match my vibes and energy, I just won't take it. No matter how much, like, unless you pay me a big bag or something, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to put myself in a position where my setting up myself a flop. Yeah, like, I'm not going to do that. Like, I tell people all the time, like, weddings and everything there, like, I'm not really dip on that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but, yeah, that's how I do it. So to stay away from setting myself a flop, I always put myself in where I know I can, where it fit me. You know what I'm saying? And that's, I transfer into a time in my DJ career where it's like, it's a good, because if somebody book me, it's not like a recommendation. It's not like somebody saying, oh, yeah, you need a good DJ, get Silent Addy. It's like, yo, Addy, like him, I know him for what he does. Like, him, I can bring the dancehall vibes and I'm going to play some trap and play some different things. Like, that's like a good place to be known. So like, that's kind of.
I'll say this: you're one of very few. I don't want to put you in the box and say you're a dancehall DJ. Yeah. You're just to me you're a DJ, right? But would you say your specialty is dancehall?
One thing I always say, I feel like it's not necessarily my specialty, because like you said, I can play everything, but I do want to represent for Jamaica culture. So like, anywhere I go, like if I go to New York and play like Everyday People or like, you know, wherever, like just different parties but don't necessarily get the hardcore dancer, like I make it a thing to play records that I know so the other man them not play. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just going to come on and play bookshelf rhythm and regular things them, you know what I'm saying? So in that case, I'm like a ambassador for dancehall reggae culture, but I can play anything. Like when I go to Jamaica, it's because it's crazy. It's like it's a flip side when I go to Jamaica. If I DJ in Jamaica, I play straight hip hop and trap. Because it's like I can play dancehall and like alongside my brethren, chromatic and everybody, but it's like they do that every single day. So for me, for coming in and just do the same thing as them, that I switch it around. So like when they book me in Jamaica as Silent Addy from Miami, they want to hear some new hip hop and some new shit. So it just depends on where I go.
It's kind of, it's like that when I play in Guyana too. I find myself playing, I'm not out there playing the whole big soca set.
Yeah, and then another thing is if you had to, you can. You know what I'm saying? If you see in the party need a soca segment, you run it. That's the same thing with me in Jamaica. It's like, if I know say the hip hop I go work now, then I play hip hop. But then if I know say them want to hear dancehall and the crowd want to hear some new shit, then I'm forced to play that. I'm not going to come on and just play hip hop and then be like, yo, what the fuck this? You know what I'm saying? So,
what do you think about the nightlife scene in Miami, like right now? Like, what do you think about it?
I think it kind of lame still, you know, to be honest. I feel like.
Okay, it's not just me, good.
I think it lame, but I feel like we're lacking venues and just couple little things, like, because people want shit to do, you know, like, and I kind of prove it to myself because I'm like, all right, for instance, like when Bashment was keeping consistently.
Bashment TV?
Yeah, when I was doing that at Sidebar, I was doing it once a month. When I was doing it, crowd that come out every month, like consistent. That was like the only night Sidebar. This was like at the decline of Sidebar. So when I brought it Bashment there, it was kind of like the only thing holding it up. You see me? So I proved to them and everybody that like, yo, people actually come into my shit. Them not just come because it's a Saturday night at your thing. Because exactly, because if it was at the next Saturday, it dead. You see me? And then like, I'll take a break. Like, so Sidebar closed now, and now it's like I'm trying to figure out where I'm going to do it, because I can't just bring Bashment. That's another thing too, is like any place where I go and I bring my brand, I'm very like picky on different shit. Like if I can't bring in my own sound system, I'm not go. Like certain little things, if the venue now work with me a certain way, I'm not going to go. Like I kind of just have to act like know your worth then, you know what I'm saying? And that's kind of how I do it. But taking the break and then like doing like bashment pop-ups and seeing the people and bringing people to venues that they've never been to. You know what I'm saying? That's what made me realize that, yo, people want something. Them want it, but them can't. There's nothing consistent. You know what I'm saying? Them just dead there or wait. Like, you know what I'm saying? So just this big weekend where we have to postpone everything. Everybody weekend mash up, like, because they were planning to come to this. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I feel like it's just people need to be doing more. I feel like I need to be doing more as well.
What did you feel like? What pushed you to kind of get into doing your own events? Because that takes on a whole nother level of stress and focus and, you know.
You know, I feel like people, when them see me doing events, them feel like it's easy. A lot of people come to me all the time, like them things say, oh, just book Silent Addy and then book Disco Neil and to DJ and get some artwork and get eccentrics. Them look at my formula and think that is all you need for do, and then people go and show up, and I'm like, yo, it don't work like that. Like, you see me? The event thing is stressful, but the reason why I started it is because I didn't want to wait around for people to book me. That was just like the natural thing, but it was a struggle. Like, and one thing though, what I tell a lot of people too is that, like, I'm blessed because I've been doing it for so long, and it's not like I just get a following. Like, if you really check my track record, like, I've been doing events with thousands of people from a long time, but I've also been up and flop. Like, I've been in a part where I had to like rebrand my whole career and figure it out again, and that to me is a blessing because I know what it is to be at top and not take shit for granted. You know what I'm saying? So like when people are saying like, yo, as you are on the road and like, yo, your parties them shut, and I'm like, that's cool, but like it might not be like that tomorrow. You see me? It can go away like easy, and I know that. So that's why I'm always like on my P's and Q's now, you know what I'm saying? Because anytime I do something what I'm not fully into, it show. Like, and if I do something where I'm like fully into it, it work every single time, you know what I'm saying? So.
Does that come into like your DJ set sometimes? Like, is there ever a night where you kind of just feel like you're just going through the motions of just playing music? And because for me, I'll say this, for me, there's some nights where I'm very passionate about this shit, right? But I think I'm so connected to it that if I look out and I don't see people vibing, it fucks with me psychologically. Like, it really literally affects my mood and the way I play if I don't get the responses that I want from the crowd. Does that ever happen to you?
You know, it's the funniest thing, I never look at the crowd when I DJ. I never, ever. That's why every time I DJ and I finish, I always ask people like, how did I play? And people are like, even if I shell it, I don't know. I'm not looking. I'm not ever. I just get in a zone and I just start juggle because I feel like I know, like, I feel like the music what I like, people like it too. That's just how I feel. So I trust myself, and then like I can always pick up on energy too. So in a way where it's like I can be playing and not looking, but I can feel the energy from the crowd. Yeah. So if the energy is off, if it's down, I know. You see me? It's like it's not. I don't have to look at them to know. You know what I'm saying?
What's the biggest party you've done so far? Maybe not necessarily in terms of size of crowd, but just biggest for your career.
Yo, I don't even know. I feel like I play like that one hard for say, but like I played like some crazy shit still, you know. But yo, you see, like with me too, like I be forgetting the shit what I do. If when I do something, it could be great. I'm like, and it's like, yo, that's a good look and shit like that. But I just move on to the next thing. Like my brain, not even like, yo, you remember when I did that shit? Like I don't remember. I can't.
Because you mentioned Coachella, so that's like something that's like a goal to get to that.
Definitely, I'm trying to bring like dancehall and shit what I do to that stage, to that level of. Because actually, it's I played a party for Adidas during Coachella. 1 year. So that's the first year I ever went to Coachella. The only time I ever went to Coachella was because I played Palm Springs, the Adidas show, me and Ape Drums did. And that shit to me was like mind blowing. They like gave us Adidas shoes with my face on it, like great, like it's 666 Silent Addy, everything. And they had like a bus for us that took us directly to Coachella. It wasn't Coachella, but it was like everybody stays in Palm Springs and then you bus it to Coachella. So when I went to Coachella and I saw that main stage, I was like, mind blown. I was like, nah, this is the levels. Like, I need to be on that. That was the year when like Beyonce performed, Cardi B was there.
Okay,
so it was like a good year for this like experience, you know. But
I remember I can't remember the magazine, but a list came out of the top 30 richest DJs in the world. And number one, only 2 of them on the list were black, number one.
Yeah.
But then all of them were EDM DJs.
Yeah.
So in your opinion, why do you think, more context, played a story last night, right? And I'm having a conversation with the light technician, and he said, oh, we booked a Cascade to do actually tonight. I'm not gonna say how much he got, but the number that he said to me, I couldn't understand how a club rationalizes giving a DJ that much money in that genre of music, no disrespect to EDM, and then we, on the hip hop side, are fighting, struggling, killing each other, beefing for what feels like crumbs. And hip hop is running the world.
That's a bigger talk still. But now I feel like EDM just more universal still. I feel like.
But is it though? Like, is it?
Yo, I feel like it's dying. It's on the decline. It's definitely on the decline now, because that's why you see like these EDM producers working with hip hop artists and like doing trap and pop songs now and shit like that. Shit changing, but like I guess my whole thing about that back in the day, I would say, because EDM had no lyrics, so anybody can listen to it. Really, it's just a beat, it's just a rhythm. So that's why, in that case, it's universal. Okay, you don't have to speak the language. It's not like it's like a talk how them would have, like people saying no, like why is Afrobeat bigger than dancehall? But Afrobeat is pretty much dancehall.
It is dancehall.
You know what I'm saying? Like the man them talking in patois and everything, but like. You can say the same thing, like dancehall come from Africa, like that's the root still, so you can't really say nothing. It's just like weird, like, but even Latin music is dancehall right now too. You know what I'm saying? And then Monday I make way more money than any dancehall artist. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy, man. Like at one point I started thinking like, is it a cultural thing? Like, are they just trying to like, give black and brown people like the crumbs and shit?
So honestly, it might be, it might be, but like no, I feel like though there aren't. Alright, you see like the EDM man them, they're actually talented. Like the man them they're really good production wise. Like Diplo, like so I'm pretty sure Diplo was one of those DJs on that list, like the richest.
Yeah, well, he wasn't in the top 10.
Yeah,
but shit, even in that list in general,
Like you see me, and like just meeting him, 'cause I knew Diplo years. I knew Diplo actually before Walshy. I met him before Walshy, and like I've known it, like I tell a lot of people, like meeting Diplo and having him as a friend was a blessing for me, because it opened my eyes to enough shit. Like the shit what I learned from just being around him, like crazy. I never even know said DJ can. Them man, they are superstar for real. Like he's an artist, so like that's where I'm like, I feel like in the hip hop thing, people more concentrate on themselves as DJs and them not looking at themselves as an artist. Like me now. Must start think about myself as an artist. I don't want to DJ every night. You know what I'm saying? I want you. If I'm playing in Miami, you see me once a month. That's my goal. Wow. You know what I'm saying? Because you have to think about it like this. Like, right? If I always, like I've said this a couple of times. Like, all right, if Drake performed in Miami every week, you wouldn't go see him. People would just say, yo, even if, you are the hottest artist. You have all of the hot songs them. But we done see you 3 times for the week already. Like same thing as us as a DJ. Cascade, the people who going to see Cascade, them don't see him all the time. Right. Him here in Miami, probably you don't come back to Miami for another 2-3 months. Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that. Like them on there is artists, they're not DJs. You know so
okay, let me say this on some devil's advocate shit, right? If you have a DJ that plays, you got 2 DJs, one that plays every night and one that plays once a month, isn't it based on the crowd choosing to go see that? You don't have to go see that DJ every night.
No, you don't. No. Yeah, exactly. No, you don't.
But it's the idea that they're so accessible. Exactly. If you want to, you can. That makes
you know what I'm saying? And then as a DJ, you have your set playlist and your go-to songs. So people going to know, like by the time, my brethren them who roll with me every Tuesday, can kind of tell what my go. Like it just my brethren them and they like the music, so them just don't give a fuck. Them just a party. But like it gets like that, and to me, that shit is annoying. I don't like playing the same set all the time. That's why I'm a like travel and go different places. Cause my set where I play in New York is different from my set where I play in LA. And it's different from my set where I play in Miami. It's different, you know what I'm saying? Like I have different, it might be similar, but there's certain like shit what I would just change up, you know what I'm saying? And it's like that, like I just know that my Miami juggling going to work. Cause like I know the audience that coming out to see me, you know what I'm saying? So
what's the best city you like to play in that you played in so far?
Yeah, I love New York. I always think about moving up there. New York, the vibes is just crazy, but that's summertime. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, when it's snowing, like it's completely different. That's what everybody always tell me. But if it's one place I would have moved to, like I love Miami, but if it's one place I would have moved is New York, because I know say like, if I was doing the same thing I'm doing here in Miami, but I do it in New York, it's going to be the shit going to be way more lit.
You think it could exist up there? Like,
of course, 100%, because every time I go up there, I actually have people roll out. Like I did a bashment up there and it's shell. All Georgia Smith was there, like crazy dog. Like, so, and I actually doing a bashment up there again soon for New York Fashion Week. But like I see that there's a demand for it, because like dancehall parties in New York, if you're not, most of them are in the Garrison. You forgot like Queens and them places. Them don't really have no real authentic dancehall vibes in the city and like shit like that. And I feel like that is what I would bring to the table, because I kind of did that with bashment here. You know what I'm saying? Is like before, like I was one of the first people who did a dancehall party down here. You see me when it just started. Like nobody was doing dancehall parties down here. Everything was up in Broward. And when I started, when I started dancehall party, this is years ago when I just did start Miami Vice, people was like, yo, you crazy, nobody not going down there. So and look, Broward mash up now. There's no parties down there. Everybody wanted to party down there.
So all that shit like truck stop and all of that don't exist anymore?
Don't exist from long time. And truck stop, you know, say that's my family shit. Yeah, my dad actually owns the truck stop restaurant in Jamaica. Yeah, and with my uncle. So my uncle is the one who does the truck stop up here. Well, he used to. Yeah.
That's crazy, because I was, this years ago too, I was looking for a dancehall vibe because there wasn't one in Miami, and somebody convinced me to drive way the fuck out there, way out west, you know, by the I-75, and I went one time and I haven't been. I mean, that had to be at least 8 years ago. At least 8 years ago, But it was like the vibes I was looking for,
That shit was mad, The truck stop was like legendary. Like I started doing that when he just started. It was actually me and Jules, who was the first people, And I couldn't like commit to it because I was like in school that time. This is before I was like, yo, fuck that. But then he got Dirty Dex, and then it worked out, because you know Dex was more just like more into it. Like Dex obviously had more time, like him more dedicated to DJ than I was when I was younger, you know. But it was good. Like that shit was legendary. Like
You don't see that coming back, or something like that coming back?
I mean, you had stuff like Runway. I feel like Runway was a different kind of audience though. Runway is more like a younger crowd, but I don't see why not. It just take the right person. The one thing I tell people about weeklies is at 9 to 5. When you do a weekly party, it's literally a 9 to 5, and that's why I don't really take up 9 to like weeklies anymore. But they're good. They're good for the culture. Good for the when you're trying to build something. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, look at Live on Sunday is going into, well, now we're in the 10th year of every Sunday on a consistent, climb, and I've never seen no shit like that, at least on a weekly basis, so. But
that party today is just a legendary party, like that shit, like as long as there's a Live nightclub, there's gonna be a Live on Sunday. That's what I'm saying, and it's all about consistency. The key is consistency. If I had a venue, like I could just keep bashment there and a good venue, because Live is one of the best venues in Miami, you know what I'm saying? It would work. It's just, you just need something. That's why Rum and Bass on a Tuesday is good, because it's just consistent. As a home. Yeah, because even when the Zika outbreak did happen, I was down here for a month, DJing this room for the bartenders alone every Tuesday for like 4 bare shit, like Seven was like all like one time, like I must say like yo, we can pay in food, you know, because we don't make no money. Yo, it got bad, yo. But that's what I'm saying. But we stuck it through. You know what I'm saying? Like enough people would have said, yo, fuck this, like nothing now go on. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's the thing. Once you just stay consistent, you can't lose. And obviously good. Like Live on Sunday, you know, say you go there, you're going to see some superstar, some celebrity, the music, you know what to expect. You see me? So.
Have you ever thought about playing in a club like that, or like a story, or you know?
Yeah, I feel like that's. I definitely been talking to my management recently, saying like, yo, I just want a one night in Live. It's not something else I want to do on a regular, but like I said, I want just like a one time pop up silent Addy kind of thing. So yeah, we're definitely working on it because I play like One Oak in New York. You know what I'm saying? And like that's a vibe. Every time I play there, it's straight shellings. You know what I'm saying? But
that's one of the places that I have like a wish list of venues to touch. One Oak in any city is one of them. But yeah.
But you like that's what I said, you play Story and Live. I definitely want to play Story and Live. Like that's.
We gotta have to do a trade off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Gotta do a trade.
I haven't played One Oak in a while, but last time I played, Busta Rhymes was there. I played Up and Down Thursday and One Oak Friday, and Busta Rhymes came both nights. It was like, yo, shell dog, like crazy. I know him love the dancehall and shit. So.
Tell me about is it Way Up Stay Up?
Yeah, Way Up.
What's that?
That was a weekly party I started at the Garret, which is the same place where Peace was, Grand Central. Yeah. So
damn, I missed that place.
Yo, that place. It fuck up said that place gone because like that was one of the only places it was one of the best live venues because Miami is like Miami is a shaky place when it comes. If you're an artist, it's hard to do shows in Miami.
Man,
Miami people are the worst. You know, like man, you can have 1 million followers and come here and sell 200 tickets. Like it's crazy. So like,
I don't know what it
is. If you can't sell out the American Airlines Arena, you really don't have no other venue to go to. And Grand Central was that. Like I saw Travis Scott there. You remember you saw the video when it was like 15 people? You watched the Netflix thing? I saw that in Miami here. Like there was nobody at his show. And then literally in a year, the man just biggest fucking shit. Like, so, but yeah, Way Up was my weekly party. That's actually what kind of started. Like a lot of the crew who I'm rolling with today, still, we all met and like from that party. You know what I'm saying? So we actually did Way Up as like a pop up last night. So it's cool. Yeah, that's what it was at Racket. Yeah, Way Up Thursdays. And you kind of connect because it's the upstairs room. So
kind of like the same Grand Central vibes.
Exactly.
Yeah. Which I've never even been in the upstairs in Racket before. I didn't know they had an
people
upstairs.
Hit me up like, yo, they have an upstairs.
Yeah. Like so, how do you even get up there? Because you walk in.
They have a separate entrance for it, you know. They have a separate entrance like right, like to the right of the main entrance.
By the open, the little courtyard area.
So the courtyard area is here, and then to the right side is a stairs will go up. But them don't usually use that. Like they used it last night when later on in the night. But if to get to it from the main room, you just go straight back, and then there's a stairs will go to the right by the bathroom.
The bathroom. Oh, okay, yeah. Wow, I didn't think there was anything up there. I thought it was just like walls.
Yeah. Nice. A liquor room, and it's a decent vibes. I don't think I'm going to continue doing it there, but like it was a cool vibe. So
you'll continue to do it, but not in that.
I don't know. Yeah, I probably might move it somewhere else. Like I said, the weekly thing is just hard. It's a commitment. You know what I'm saying? And I just have to find that energy for real do it, which I feel like I like it's there now. Like I feel like now is the time because even if I can't be here, I have people who I can.
That's what I was gonna say. Like maybe you can have you put people in place that can even handle the operations, and then you just collect the bag.
Exactly. But I still like. I'm still going to have to be hands-on with it because if I feel like say I can just run its airplane mode, it not go work. Like I know already. So even if I'm not there, I'm still working. So I just have to keep that in mind as well.
Did you find like that mentality of being so hands-on from a lack of help, like when you were first coming up? Like how did you get to be somebody that's?
Yeah, I feel like if you want to get things done right, you just do it yourself. Like like that's how you have to do it. And I prove like it's good to have help, but what I realized is that like not necessarily like everybody have their own vision on things. So it's like if I want to do something, I know I can't expect say my bridge them who gonna help me say the same thing. Yeah, them not gonna do it the same, and I just you just have to expect that. You just have to just know say everybody up on the same page, but not necessarily like you just have to. I have to be the one for direct it then. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the driving force behind that.
Exactly.
Yeah. So what's next for you? Like what's like? Because we're going into 2020. It's a big year. Super Bowl coming here. What's like on your agenda?
I never even know say Super Bowl coming here. That's crazy.
What? No, listen.
I'm out of the loop. Like I'm in my own world.
Let me break it down like this. Right. Super Bowl 54.
Yeah. Crazy.
Super Bowl done in Roman numerals.
Yeah.
54 is LIV.
Jeez. Yeah.
Right.
That's crazy.
So. Live nightclub got its name Live off of the concept of Studio 54 in New York from back in the day.
Okay,
so that's why they call it LIVs, like 54. So Super Live is Super Bowl 54 this year in the year 2020 in Miami.
That shit going to be crazy.
So you might have to do a bashment, a way up, or something.
Oh, no. We're super definitely. Know that you tell me that?
You're welcome.
I know say at some point it would have just dropped on my table and I know say it's going to happen, but
this city is going to be on fire. Crazy. That whole week.
And I was thinking for move to go to New York, like hell no, I ain't going to New York.
I go after that, go in March.
Yeah. Nah, I'm not going to New York. I stay in Miami, man. Miami on my base.
Yeah. Nah, so you gotta, because I know you said you mentioned you working with artists. I think you got an artist over there, right?
Yeah, projects, big up projects.
Yeah. Come through. Yeah. Tell me, drop in there. I'm in there. Big up. So, what's up with this kid right
here? So projects is the next up. I've been saying is like next Jamaican superstar, and I'm not saying it just because my brethren. Like before I even met him, like hearing his music, I was like, yeah, this is what Jamaica need right now. You know what I'm saying? And production, that's where I'm going into right now. So like.
I ask you that, yeah.
Exactly. So I have a song what a lot of people don't even know says me produce it is you know the Squash and Cartel song, the Beat Them Bad. So it's running the streets right now. Running is like the hottest song in the streets, and it's crazy to me because like I missed the whole summer in Jamaica. So when people tell me like, yo, your song a bust up the road right now, like I haven't even gotten to witness it. But it's so I'm gonna really like it. But the reason why I didn't really promote it that much is because I didn't finish the rhythm yet, and that song got leaked, and I just let it be, like, you know what I'm saying? But no, the rhythm actually complete. Projects was actually the first person to record on the beat, and I sent it to Squash. Squash loved the rhythm so much, him sent it to Cartel, and that collab came from that, you know what I'm saying? And then, I have other people. I have Tifa on the rhythm, Popeye, Conscience, and Baby Sham. So, which these songs have been like them done for a while now, but what I learned about music is that there's a Jamaican way of putting it out, and there's like the way how you should actually put it out. Right. So that's how I'm trying to do it, and it's frustrating too because it's like my management is like we submit it and they must say, oh well, yeah, it come out in a month, and I'm like, why we gotta wait a month? You know what I'm saying? And they're like, hey, so we're going back and forth because I'm trying to not be the Jamaican to be like, yo, it done mix, drop it tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Like more think about artwork and video and all them things. So like music is it's so tedious, it's super tedious, and that's why I'm learning about it, just learning as I go, because I don't have nobody to show me or tell me what it is. So it's just
it's like trial and error.
Exactly. I don't know what's going to work, and it's like that's what I was saying. Like I got this Squash and Cartel song. I heard this song from its voice. I have this song months before it even go up on the road. I heard it and I was like, yo, this shit crazy. But I never know say it was going to bust and be what the monster, what it is, like what is now, and that's how music is. You know what I'm saying? Actually, Project Song on the Rhythm is my favorite song on the rhythm even now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, send me that. I need that.
Yeah.
I need it, yeah.
I play it a couple times in there still, like, and that's the thing with, like, another thing about music is that the mixing and mastering process part of it is crazy, because like I will go with a mix like 10 times. Like I'll have one mix, I listen to it for a week or two before I actually say, yeah, this is it, or I find something I need to change.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Music is just something you have to love.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You love it back.
Yeah.
It's a whole heap of time you have to invest in it.
Yeah.
Love, you know?
Yeah, I gotta hear that.
I'm telling you, Project is the next one. He just flew in the other day and we went to the studio. One night in the studio, 3 hit songs. And it's like, I can say that but like you just have to hear it.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Because yo, the flows, melody, and everything. This is what, like I said, Jamaica missing. Like, I feel like everybody just been on the same kind of vibe and not really trying to push the boundaries. And that's what. And I'm young too. He's 20. So you know what I'm saying?
This your first time in Miami?
No.
No?
My second time.
Seven, man. Next time y'all go to the studio, man, let me come through and let me hear some records, you know?
For sure. We him there for a while, so we're definitely going be this.
Yeah, dope. Projects.
Yeah.
PROJET.
JEXX.
JEXX. Gotcha. Yo, I'm looking forward to hearing it, hearing the tunes. Addy.
Yo, blessing up.
Yo, I appreciate you, man.
Yo, man,
Appreciate
up
it. It's
always.
It's cool. There's gonna be more of these, but you know, like when he drop,
Yeah.
we're gonna come back and then, you know, we're gonna
I'm
chop up.
going to send you a record. No, actually.
Yeah, send it to me now so I can play it. I go to New York on Monday, so I can play it up there. Yeah.